Khumo, Khumo.
All right, Kuno fam, we're back. Well, we took a bit of a break. That's my bad, but I'm back now, and I have King Cobra, our resident here. We have a lot to catch up on. I thought it was going to be a nice chat, but then last night happened. So yeah, might as well just get straight into it. 3-0 loss at home at the Emirates, man. Like, yo, what a disappointing,
Look,
shocking performance, you know.
I think okay, 3-0 is bad, but it was also the way the guys played. You
Mm.
know, 3-0 is bad, and it's a result of the way those guys were so bad yesterday. Bad. Like style wise, it's the same team
Yeah.
against Man United. So what changed now? What changed?
But
We came back from a 4-1, 1-0. What changed now?
mm, mm. And like,
And that's the old inconsistent stuff of Arsenal years ago.
yeah, so if we break down the match a bit, like let's start with the starting lineup and stuff. Like it's the same team as United. Where do you think we everything kind of fell apart? Because like to give it a bit, we didn't have much creativity. You know, the defense was all right, but the midfield there was no transitional play, and in the last third, we just looked poor. So where do you think we went wrong? Because that was the same team we were loving like 2 weeks ago. So you know what happened?
I was loving that team with an exception of my new enemy is William. I'm gonna call him William because he's not even like close to the nonsense he was at Chelsea. He's below that even. So there's no more William. His name is William. Bloody William was playing cuck. I've never liked him. I think I've said it on the forum. I've
Yeah,
never
yeah.
understood this stupid guy. A 32-year-old guy, give him 3 years. What nonsense is that? What Brazilian connection with Edu? But he runs around doing nothing, honestly. And you saw that chance he had in the box. He's like, it's in front of the goals, but the ball ends up diagonally across.
Yeah.
Bruh,
And it was
bruh,
times. It was like 2 or 3 times
bruh.
he did that. Yeah.
And then I think there's another one where he skied it. He's just after the box. He just skies it over the. Like, he's supposed to be the senior, right? Hey, bruh. Now we're done with senior citizens, bruh. So for me,
Yeah,
for
especially
me,
to play him on the wing, you know, you expect a lot of running and you know, trying to pass a player. I thought he'll move into a 10 role, but it looks like we're not able to unlock a defense or capture the midfield. Look, Partey is good, don't get me wrong, and you can talk a bit about
mm,
it to speak. But yeah, he can only get us to the final third, and I think unlocking from there becomes a bit difficult. Because last time I got
mm,
frustrated because it just moved side to side, but it was a bit better because at least we were going forward. But our main
mm.
attack was always coming off the wings, never even down the center or even just off the wing. It was always just down the wing. And is that it's going to be easy to figure that's Villa, man. Like, as fair enough, they beat Liverpool, but it's still Villa at the end of the day. And credit to them, credit to them. They did play the whole 90. You know, they really played. But
Uh,
you can't. If you watch our play, that's all we do. So where are we lacking in the center? What's going on there? Where do you
Look,
think we're falling apart there?
Party. We saw him the United game. For me, his job is to stop the midfield, break up the play. You know, he
Mm,
breaks up play, but now he has no one to give it to take it to the strikers,
yeah,
and that's
yeah,
where the creativity comes in, right? Because like, okay, Party took the ball away. He's got the ball back. I mean, he was doing that stuff, and we haven't seen that stuff for me at least in a while, where we were stopping people from the halfway line, not already in our third halfway line. We're stopping people. Party is doing that, but then who does he give it to? When everyone runs away to the wing, everyone stays on the wing. No one wants to play inside. He has to then you end up with these sideways passes the whole flipping game. So that for me is and if we go back to the transfer window, Partey and Awa was a combination that was being, you know, that Arsenal looking for those two people was like they see the problem. We need a strong midfielder to break everything, and then someone creative to take it forward. But we didn't get the guy. And I was hoping that Ceballos would step up, but he's also had a shocker. He's gone down 5 levels. I don't know what's going on with Sebastian.
It's his role change, it's a whole different role change.
They're playing him at the back, further away.
You see, so the question is for me, it's like, should Pepe be starting, and the other question is, look, if you have to break it down, look, we haven't really captured the Leicester City, Sheffield and United games, but in those games there, just to sum it up, we were lacking creativity. United, fair enough, we won, but we didn't won from free play. You know what I mean? There was a few good chances, but not enough, not the amount we used to. I understand we're becoming a defensive team, but the transition's supposed to be a lot easier, especially with our front three. And is like, for me, we lost to City and Leicester only because we weren't able to give Lacazette and Aubameyang chances. Because they had a few, but you can't tell me if they have 3, they must score. It's tough. Edison is good.
They must score every chance, every time. It is tough, bro. And when you hear about Aston Villa, I think when they came in, they scored 16 goals to our 9, before yesterday's game. So now they've gone on to 19 goals. We've only scored 9. There is something wrong with that attack.
13 shots at goal, something stupid like that. And the point the part that I hated that whole match was, we didn't even challenge Martinez, let alone get a goal. Just at least make him work. There was 1 or 2 chances that he did. I think the Partey one, that's where he got injured. I think Martinez clipped him a bit. I think that's where he got injured.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, just at the beginning where they passed it back and then to Martinez, and then Partey ran after it, and then he just slid in, and then I think he clipped him a bit. So it could have been, but yeah. So it's just frustrating because we were excited, and Gabriel's good. Our defense is good, and we played 4 in the back with the transition play. I think using Saka to become that transitional player is getting caught out. Now people understand what we're going to do, and they can just mark Saka out the game because he is a good player, but he's still young, and you got Elneny and Partey next to him, who, to be fair, have similar attributes. One is very much stronger than the other and can move a lot better. But Elneny is a worker, but nobody has that 10 ability, So where are we losing it?
Look, my argument, my cry has always been about defense schema, athletic players, and in the midfield. And Partey and Elneny have been energy, But where does that energy go? And that's a problem, right? Saka, maybe you could say, okay, he's a kid, he's playing a lot. It's a bit spicy, so I can see that. But look at Holding. Holding is neither here nor there. He's slow as hell. And I think they were exposed, man. I think the second goal, they were doing weird. He was doing some weird things where he was behind the play, can't even catch up. And the first goal, it was Willian. It was Willian losing the ball in the halfway with some erratic pass. When the guy's right next to you, he passes to a Villa guy. The guy's right next to you. Then that led to the whole game transitioning from halfway line. Is that Tori?
Yeah, what's happening, Clarky?
What's up, my G's?
Yo, man.
Where are you, man?
Where are you, Grey Wolf Spur? Is it the Grey Wolf?
Actually, the funny thing is the Spurs shutting down. COVID hit them hard. So, I'm at Copper League. I try to run away from the noise.
Okay.
That's why I'm out here. What's up, fellas?
No, I was busy crying here, but
I'm not good. Go for it, Ren. I am.
No, I think the last question was just what's going wrong, man. I think there's a lot of things that are going wrong, but I think the last thing was we've had 9 goals. Aston Villa after yesterday have got 19 goals. We have a problem with attack, with feeding the attackers, and like I said, as he's been wasteful, so I'm worried about him now also. William must never play. I don't call. You missed this one. He's no more William, bro. I'm calling him William. He's not his bloody William should never start again. Pepe's our investment. Pepe is our investment. Let's work with Pepe. And he can bang, bro. Pepe's got a lethal left foot. He can bang.
Okay, guys, let's take it back, man. The last 2 Champions League games, how many goals did Pepe score? He scored 2 goals, right?
Even scored
How many
against
goals did he create? Created 2.
Mm.
You know, so he has a goal and an assist in the last 2 games in the Champions League, in the Europa League. Right? So this is a guy that can provide, and sometimes he'll take Pepe and play him on the right where he's dead. I mean, I think the game before the last one, played Pepe, probably even the last one, played Pepe on the right. Pepe was starving until he moved to his natural position, which is coming down the right. You know what I mean? And so this insistence of Willian, for me, I have no idea. Again, we still don't have, in my opinion, the staff complement for a back 3. So you look at the starting lineup, it shows you a back 3. But when they actually go out, it shows you a back 4. When they go out to play, you see a back 3, and the structure is just, it's not there. I mean, I don't know what to say about the structure. It's just not there for me. You know, even Orlando Pirates
You
look
think it's
more structured than us.
too much of shifting, like moving from 3 to 2 in the back to 4 to, you know, it's that too much of movement when you're off the ball, when you're on the ball, and that gets a bit confusing. At the end of the day, soccer players, they don't have, some have degrees and stuff, but they're soccer players. They're just there to play. You can't be overcomplicating things. Not to be bad, you know.
You're not.
Like, sometimes you just tell Henri, take the ball and go score. That's all you need to do. Now it's so much more complicated because they just keep shifting formation. And I get it. I understand that, you know, when you want to defend, you want to have a lot more players back. But I feel it takes away a lot from the midfield that I keep mentioning. And yeah, so, well, let's move on. Since you're both kind of commenting on that, so yesterday, where do you think we went wrong? Was obviously, do you think it was Arteta's fault? Was it more of the team play? Where do you think our issue is, and how are we going to address that going into, we got Leeds, and Leeds are not a team to be taken lightly, I would say. They'll score a few against you if you give them an opportunity or two. So, yeah, what do you think we need to do?
I'll say this about Villa. Again, maybe for us to not feel so bad and feel so hard done about our performance yesterday. Those cats banged in 7 goals against Liverpool. Not 3, 7. You understand what I mean? So maybe we need to give them the credit that they deserve. I think the other problem with us, because we've been watching English football for so long, we've attached and given certain clubs this big status, and when we look at your Leicesters, you're like, it's supposed to be a walk in the park. What we don't want to accept at times is the fact that other teams are getting stronger and they're starting to catch up with where we are. You know what I mean? As the big whatever, I'll call it the big 6, though we didn't even make 6th last season. So I think that for me is a problem. When we play against the big clubs, your City, your Liverpool, we always mention the fact that they have X number of players that cost X amount of money. The squad that we have didn't cost, it cost less than what Leicester, I'm saying Leicester, less than what Villa had. And they were able to embarrass us at home. You know what I mean? I was talking to one of my boys, and one of his biggest issues is that we almost look like when we play, we want the team to come at us so that we can have the defense and loop the ball behind the defensive line if they play a high press. But when they sit and they're compact, we then run into problems. I mean, the Europa League game, if you watch it, the first half, it was difficult to watch because they banged in the goal, and what did they do? They were compact, set in the defense. So this is where the creativity, I think, comes in. We need to find a way of creating spaces. I mean, you have cats trapping the ball inside the box. Instead of shooting, they want to look for an open man. If there's no open man, I mean, yesterday it was raining. The fact that it's raining, the ball is slippery, the ball is in the box, anything can happen. You know what I mean?
There was a chance where someone, who was it, Patty or someone, decided not to shoot at a tight angle, which could have been something. Was it? Bellerin, yeah.
Yeah, that was all. Even the commentator was like, "Why didn't he just hit it?" He was like,
but sorry, to Tlogi's point, look at what this guy, who did Chelsea buy? Ziyech or whatever.
Yeah.
we wanted Thlogi, we needed Owa, right? We didn't get him. And you can see why they wanted him. Because I think the duo of Partey breaking play, he needs to give it to someone to take it forward. And that's where Owa would come in, right? And come on, maybe Arteta has a point to say to the board, I had a plan and we only go and win halfway and now we're suffering. I had a plan. And because we are dying, guys. Like, come on, let me bring the stat. That's something I saw here about the goals, bro. We're dying, guys.
That's why I don't
I mean,
go
so
on
many
social media today. It's tough, bro. It's tough.
I'll be the first one to say it.
I went to
think
sleep straight after the game.
After the first half, I was like, fuck this bullshit. I went straight to bed after the first half. I woke up in the middle of the night.
He
and I
didn't
looked
even
at my phone
change
and
much,
just,
bro. He didn't even. That was actually a good half. That was a good
listen
half.
to this. Listen
Which
to
one?
this.
The first half?
Yeah.
Guys, listen to this. In shot creating actions, we are 19th. Goals, we are 13th. Shots on target, we are 14th. Number of key passes, 17th. Touches in the opposition area, we are 13th. Crosses into the opposition box, we are 13th. We are not. I don't know, guys. We are. It's shambles for an attacking team with Aubameyang and Lacazette. Well, Lacazette's also fucking.
But also,
I don't know. I saw that header chance that he missed in the first half. But apart from that, I don't like to blame Lacazette and Auba that much because if you don't get enough supply,
you only get one.
And they dropping deep to get the ball. You can't do much from there.
Way too deep to get the ball. Exactly.
Yeah, and also you get one chance a game.
Look, we all kind of identified because it's the same thing you guys were saying. When Partey gets the ball breaking up play, who does he release to? So what's the game plan now going forward? Okay, against United, the bigger teams, we can play our back three and have that type of win back formation. But Villas that sit back and let you come at them, the Leeds, all of them. What do we do there? How do we address that?
I mean, I'm scared of playing Wolves because that's how Wolves beat City. Sit back. I think it was last season. Sit back, let them come at you. Leicester, for argument's sake, we were going at Leicester for most of the game.
Yeah.
They made one. They put in Vardy. We know Vardy likes to score against Arsenal. Bangs in a goal, steals the game, and that's it. After Vardy scored, we didn't look like a team with a plan.
Yeah.
And I think for me that is painful. Now, you see, I don't know if it's a question of the coach himself or it's just the players not doing what the coach wants them to do. Like it's difficult to pin it on one individual thing, But our play has just been dropping. I mean, even the weak guys, the weak teams, like the Norwegian team we played on Thursday. Total number of goals scored. Okay, we won 4-1. So total number of goals scored is 5, right? Those guys scored 3 goals and we scored 2.
Yeah, true.
You understand what I mean? Yeah. They scored 2 own goals. So for me, I don't know.
No, guys, I think it's also 9 hours since we last scored an open goal in the league or something like that. That's crazy, bro. Or 9 or 6 hours, sorry. But regardless, it's madness. But sorry, and we spoke about it earlier on. The wing, bruh. If you can't go to the wing, the guy doesn't know what to do. Tenny had, I mentioned earlier, Tenny had a chance. A guy's in front of him, like, play me. He turns back, he passes it to someone at the back. And they do that day in, day out, every match. Oh, we can't go forward. We can't go to the wing. Oh, let's go backwards. We've seen balls. We've actually seen people at the final third take the ball all the way back to Leno. We've seen that. All the way fucking back to Leno.
You know what it felt like? It felt like Emi Martinez walked in and said, guys, give me 10 years. I'm coming out with a clean sheet. It goes to my team. So
I actually had him as my fantasy keeper.
Look, Emi, come on. Emi, I think we sold the wrong guy.
But on the same time, we didn't test him.
No, but Leno is being suspect, guys. He's been suspect. Leno has been suspect.
That City game, the way he punched that out, I thought he could have did better. Look, it was unlucky, but I thought he could have done a lot better, with that parry. He parried it straight to Sterling, man. Like, damn, like, what are you doing? Like, out of all the people,
You see, when a keeper parries the ball, and I've said it before, how is it that a keeper will parry a ball to someone that is alone in the box? What are the defenders doing?
That's another thing.
You know what I mean? I expect a situation where the keeper parries the ball, it comes at pace. Sometimes it's difficult to control it, but when it goes when it falls, like when it's somewhere in the box, in the side of goal, there should be at least one minimum defender that is picking up whoever the ball might fall to. You understand what I mean? So at our organization at the back, again, we didn't start with David Luiz, right? And one of the things I picked up, especially a game like Aston Villa, if it started with Luiz, I don't know why, maybe he's injured, but Luiz is that smart a defender that when you are pressing, he knows how to find players. He has those long balls that can open up the game. You know what I mean? Gabriel.
But we can't live on long balls, bro. We can't live on long balls.
No. Look, Khumo. What I'm saying is it's about adaptability. If guys, I think, are compact at the back.
Okay, I hear you.
Those long balls can go a long way. You know what I mean? And
that's what I'm saying. I think maybe, and okay, to cut your point and to let you go back to it, versatility, being creative, okay, your Luis point is good point. When he's in, he does something else. God, who has no one did shots like that yesterday? I don't know if Gabriel tried, but that's options. But these guys seem to only have one fucking way of attacking.
Can someone tell me, now that you're looking at the stats, how many one-on-ones did Willian win yesterday? We have a problem.
And also, the ball away poorly as well. He was decision making in the
first goal.
The first goal.
It was him.
It was him.
Yeah.
And that wayward pass, like for what?
Even that disallowed goal. Even that disallowed goal. At the beginning, 45 seconds. It was him again as well. He was just chilling there.
That goal that was disallowed.
Yeah. It was also him. He lost the ball, I think.
So look, I've heard arguments that maybe start him over Pepe because he gives us something defensive.
No.
I'm saying, no. I've heard those arguments, right? Now I'm saying, why buy an offensive player
and make
give
him
you the strength defensively?
You know what I mean? He's a great defender.
Why buy him to defend?
Why are we giving that much respect to Villa? At the end of the day, they're coming home. We must destroy. We should have had Pepe on there to literally run a mock there. It's not like they compact and they can be beaten. Southampton beat them 4-3. You know what I mean? I just think they wanted that game. Grealish,
I think one of the things
Grealish literally took on any one of our defenders, even Barkley and the other kid that scored the last 2 goals. So
the one thing I've picked up, I could be wrong, Kish, I could be wrong, but the one thing I've picked up is that under Unai, it almost feels like Pepe had the freedom to run at players. But under Arteta, it looks like the instructions are quite different, and they're almost choking.
Yeah,
you understand what I mean? I don't see him running more at players. Even when he does it, he almost does it. He almost does it in a way that it's like he's too cautious.
Yeah, and he feels uncomfortable. He looks
starting to look uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Saka yesterday also kind of looked uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like nothing was coming together yesterday. Absolutely nothing.
Because he was switching from a midfielder to a wing back, that dude. Even Tierney was playing overlapping runs, but at the end of the day, when he was defending, he was the third centre back. How is that even going to work when you're telling him to run up the field in a back four? So it was like, I just think they kind of found our tactic out and just went up against us. Like that second goal, was it the second goal? That was pretty decent. Like the way he kicked it in. But still, you shouldn't be allowing him to get the cross out. He shouldn't be even getting his head to it. So, our defense has been great, but I think maybe this is the wake-up call we need to see that the middle of the park, it's not existent. Defensively, we're there. Now it's another issue, which is quite scary because does this raise the question, did we just freeze out Uzo for, you know what I mean? Like, do we need somebody of his caliber, you know?
But you know what, even
for these type of games, though.
I keep saying that, in my opinion, we should stop this argument about Ozil. Fine, you play Ozil, but we have Ozil for a maximum of 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Really, you know what I mean? We try to build a team for the future, which again goes back to my argument with your boy William. Khumo.
30, I don't know, bruh. 3 years for what?
Yeah.
The guy didn't want to leave London, bruh. That was the deal. He's like, I don't want to leave London.
Yeah, I'm chosen.
You know, it almost, I think for me,
I've got a restaurant here. My wife lives here. Chelsea's not far from London, bruh. It almost
feels like he was promised a certain number of game time or a certain number of minutes of game time. You know what I mean? And we're just trying to catch up with that quota. Hopefully, the quota runs out before shit is bad. We bench him and we start playing. If that's the reason why we have it.
No, but someone was saying, if Ozil is so bad, and he can't work his way into the team, and I'm not saying he must come back, because I think the Ozil thing is a distraction, and it only comes up when you lose. It didn't come up when you beat United. It only comes up when you lose. But how is Lacazette and Willian being given chance after chance? Aren't they also doing bad? So I don't know. I don't. It's not worth anything. I don't want to say it's double standards, but I don't want Willian anymore.
Do you think there's another twist to it where these games, there's so many games in such a short space of time that, you know, these guys just can't make it. You know, it's tough.
No, but we're not even playing the young kids, bro.
Arsenal.
Honestly, we're not playing the young kids.
Yeah, I think
but why don't give Smith Rowe a chance? Where's the Smith Rowe guy? Why don't they give him a chance? Let's see him.
I think he's injured as well.
Hello?
I think he's injured.
No, he played at for under 23s. The day before, or Saturday. Yeah. Saturday or Friday. But
it doesn't look like he's going to use a 10 play. He's going to keep Saka drifting in and out between a left back and like a left mid. You know, when we attack, he's a left mid. When we defend, he's like that left wing back. And Tierney tucks in as a center. So, like, but it's easy to play out. If you know that Saka's up the field and Tierney's at the halfway line, you can play that formation out easy. We're lucky Gabriel is actually quite good. You know, he's actually been really.
I know he had a bit of a boo-boo in the first half.
Yeah.
Almost good. But I think it's also, come on, Gabriel has no proper partner, bro. Holding is also garbage, bro, when he wants to be. Holding is not.
Okay, again. What is it that is substantial that Holding did yesterday?
We lost 3-0, so you know what I mean.
But if you see, they were coming down the left. They were exploiting the Holding side. Yeah. Almost every goal was from the left, bro. Except the Saka on goal, but that was crossed from the left.
It was from the left. It was a cross from the left.
Bellerin and Holding.
Everything was coming to the left, bro. He was Holding. Okay, Bellerin maybe was too far up, and maybe that's also came on. It's a strategy they saw. This guy will expose them.
Yeah,
but
we attack.
Gabriel is lacking a partner, bro. Like, and I think Gabriel, he's been funky, but
I think there's a game we played similar to the formation we had yesterday, and your friend Khumo, Davido Luis, was able to give us a bit more strength. You know what I mean? He was able to shut down some of the runs that I still think Holding should have been able to shut down yesterday. Holding at one point he was playing too deep. You know what I mean? He was playing too deep and almost like he would backpedal when the defense was coming at us.
Yeah.
And that doesn't help because Bellerin, much as we appreciate his offensive capability, sometimes defensively is lacking. You know what I mean? So as this whole thing of having a back three and have your wing backs, I think it works much, much better because it gives us a bit more formation, or a bit more strength at the back end.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
It's just that if you get caught, if you get caught, and like let's say when you're attacking, remember you shift into a back four. So now you have Bellerin and whoever running up, and you have your midfield tucked in, and maybe they're gonna press up. If they counter fast enough, which Villa did, you lose your wings out there and Holding gets exposed. You know what I mean? And I think that's the reason why we don't go. That's why Saka has to get tucked in there. And look, I think maybe the one thing was maybe Al Neni wasn't the best partner for Partey last night, to be fair. Maybe Xhaka could have done a better job. Al Neni wasn't. I'm sorry, I had to say that it's not a chat if I don't mention Xhaka. Especially that I'm chatting to you two after so long,
I don't know. I like what Partey does every time he turns over the ball, because he's able to advance it very quickly, and get it to promising positions. You know what I mean? So I don't know if in the midfield you play him deep and play him deep, or do you want to play? I think we need a defense. I don't know how you're gonna play it, but you need a double pivot with one guy who's a bit more creative sitting up top. I don't know if maybe you have a Partey and then putting deep with who's this guy? With Ceballos sitting right in front of them. You know what I mean? To try and move the ball a bit forward. So you give him a bit more freedom, a bit more movement. Because I've seen that when you give Ceballos a bit more movement on a good day, he'll turn players around and make something happen. And
but he's been seeing flames there.
But see,
I don't know.
Is he seeing flames because he's weak, or is he seeing flames because of the structure? That's the other thing you need to consider.
Yeah, he's out of position. He's not playing that same type of position. El Neni kind of took his position, let's be fair, without El Neni's done well, but he doesn't. I think Danny Ceballos brings that he got that 10 quality, that Santi a little bit. He can find a nice ball through, outside of his boot. And I think that's what we were missing yesterday. Because the one thing I was going to mention was the long balls and stuff work. But for me, if we're going to keep attacking down the wing and cross balls into the box with Lacazette he's like the shortest dude. He's like the shortest striker. I think Aguero's shorter than him. So just go get it back if that's what you want to do. So, because it doesn't make put a central or go and...
The other question is, who said we are not allowed to shoot outside of the box?
That's another thing.
Like I mentioned yesterday, it was wet. The ball is slippery. Why are we not taking shots from outside of the box?
Yeah. And at least test Martinez. The thing is, you build confidence with these type of shots. You can see some things. And I bet you Martinez was more nervous than Leno coming there. You know what I mean?
No. But Martinez knows the clowns that he's playing against.
I've seen Martinez make a meal out of crosses into the box.
Yeah.
I've seen him make a meal out of balls that are played over the defense. I've seen him. He's not like he's a perfect goalkeeper.
To be fair,
this is a guy we know him. Why can't we explore some of the pitfalls that we know about him? I couldn't understand.
And also the second goal,
and he also knows,
Leno could have stopped that ball coming across there. He could have. He was just stuck on his front post. It was tight. That second goal, where Barkley hit at the same time with the cross. Leno could have done a bit better there, I thought. But
which one did this goal?
No. The second goal where Barkley hit it with the volley.
I can't comment.
Oh yeah. Sorry. But yeah, when the disallowed goal went in, I was like, yeah.
But again, maybe
it's one of those nights.
How many shots at goal on target did they have versus what we had?
Yeah.
Oh, let me check it out. I don't know.
Yeah, I was about to say Khumo's going to check that for us.
No, I don't mind because hey, let's see. God.
For me, if you don't take and create chances, what are the chances of you scoring?
Yeah.
They had 15 shots. We had 13. They had 6 on target. We had 2.
Exactly.
And our front 3 that played yesterday are not ball carriers. They can't take the ball from deep and run with it. The only person I feel is Pepe. that can do that. Willian, we thought we could do that. Lacazette can do it, but I don't know. Even Aubameyang.
And then who is he going to feed? Because Aubameyang will be sitting wide.
On the wing. Brother,
much as I hate saying this, much as I hate saying this, when we play in the Europa League, who's this boy? I don't like him, but Joe Willock. Joe Willock can be a bit more direct. You know what I mean? He'll be a bit more direct. He'll try to carry that ball, try to play it down the middle. He's a bit more direct.
Yeah. Those two own goals were caused because he was just like on those players. He was just on them the whole time, you know. And
exactly,
he's not pretty, but he's getting the job done. So what do you think? So, like going into Leeds, you know, Villa was disappointing. What do you guys expect? I got my last 10 minutes here.
No, I'm telling you guys.
I don't expect much. I don't expect much.
What happened no, listen, what happened? Partey being out was a problem, guys.
Yeah, it was.
The second half, we missed Partey, bro. And because he even tries to go forward at least, which gives us less pressure at the back. So if Partey's there, and then we can sort out, I don't know, because we thought Sebastian would play in front of them, right, to be the creative guy, but it seems to be not the idea at Arteta. But as long as Partey's there, and fucking shift Aubameyang to the middle, Lacazette can come off the bench, bruh, or some shit. Pepe on the wing, and the other wing, unfortunately, it might have to be Saka, and which kills them, but because I think Saka should become a number 10 or deputize. So Saka in the middle. Saka in the middle.
I don't see him as a number 10. I think what I would do is
Arteta already knows the plan with him.
As opposed to playing a front three, I'd rather play a front two strikers up front.
I was also thinking
Aubameyang, like I said, fill up the midfield so that we have grit and run at the wings. Whenever they attack, we have at least 3 guys manning the midfield, and I think we'll be good. Like
we need to go down the center. We don't go down the center. We find it very difficult.
We don't have the staff complement to go down the center. But what we should do is we should have the players that will shut it down when they try to go down our side. That's what we do. That's what I'm saying to you.
Yeah.
Cloud the midfield. Once you've clouded the midfield, when you get the ball, go at the wings, as opposed to crosses, cut in and play those short passes in where you have Aubameyang and Lacazette somewhere in the box at the same time. You know what I mean? Lacazette can get the ball, draw players, release Aubameyang, or the other way around.
Okay.
That's how I view it.
What about you, Khumo?
I know so he's too up front because I know what he says about Lacazette. Lacazette brings pressure, right? But I think we need to try another experiment of Aubameyang being fed only. But I think we are short a winger if that happens, and I know that's because if we played, who's free? If we have Partey and in the middle, in the back, how many is that? We have 5 at the back.
Yeah.
If I put Tony and Balloon on the wing, Partey, that's 7, and then Aubameyang, man, I'm trying to do this quick maths. Who's?
Let's assume we go with the back.
Play him like, what's that guy's name from? I hate that guy. Diego Costa. Play him like that role. Just feed him the whole time. Keep feeding.
That's what. If you go with the back 3, right, and we have those 2 wing backs, right. So already back 3 with those 2 wing backs. That means we've covered what? We've covered 5 players, right?
Yeah.
And in the middle, like I said, we have that double pivot of, say, Partey and whoever it is, can be El Neni. Ceballos up front and Lacazette and Aubameyang playing closer to each other as the front 2. I think it'll be a better formation. That's just my opinion.
Especially because they both like to feed off each other.
Exactly. So the 2, it's just not working. It's just not working.
Before we run out of time here, so I know this is trending now and Oz are hating on the dude, but are we still happy with Arteta? How are we feeling about the man in charge? You know, was it just a hiccup
Nah,
on the road?
I'm backing Arteta. I am backing him. I think this is shit. This is the shit that happens. This is the shit that is gonna happen. It happened.
To be fair, now we know what
I get-
Liverpool fans feel like.
Yeah, I'm saying give him
two.
he needs more windows, bruh. He still needs more windows. We already got Gabriel, we got Partey, which has been this is probably one of our best windows ever. So now it's about moving all these extra unnecessary players, the Collars, the Papas, the I'll say Chambers as well.
Holding as well.
Holding, I also move him on. A lot of people have to go, and also have to go, and then that money. I want to see that during 2 more seasons with the team he wants, with the team he wanted to build, a la Klopp style. Like Klopp took Liverpool, he got a different Liverpool when he came in 5 years ago to this Liverpool. It's fuck, and a whole new starting 11. Now, I
think, Khumo, the difference between the two is that Klopp inherited a Liverpool with players that he could sell and make money out of it. We don't.
So we have to give away. Now we have like nothing. We got okay, Bazaar.
You know, some of our players, garage say, literally. Line up nicely,
and we like to swap and couple. We don't like hard cash. Arsenal doesn't like cash. We like credit with a swap deal plus this plus that. Add 2 players, take Guendouzi. You know what I mean? Like we can't just.
And I mean, for
50
me,
million.
again, Kish, is if you're gonna freeze out, not freeze out, but I feel like we're not getting the best out of Pepe. All right?
Yeah.
If you're not happy with Pepe, sell him. Sell him. Unfortunately, we want to make as much money as we want to sell him at a loss. But if you're not going to use him, sell him and get someone that you want.
But it's just sad. To be fair, I really feel we're missing Martinelli. Like I just think the position that Lacazette plays, Martinelli will do that better than.
What about guys? We haven't mentioned even mentioned now not getting a look in. That's also been like, why are they not giving him a chance? Because he's got energy now.
Given how Bellerin played in the first half, I would have swapped. Given how Bellerin played in the first half, I would have swapped Bellerin for Maitland-Niles in the second half.
But it was also Willian. Willian wasn't helping Bellerin.
Remember, Willian is a problem. Willian is a problem. Willian is.
But yeah, I was just running around like a.
That's the title of this video. Willian.
I remember one of my boys. He's a Chelsea fan. He's like, "Thank you for taking the load off our back. Let him go and be at Arsenal."
Even the Khumo's like, what did you say? The one guy said, you're going to take Thiago Silva in like the next 3 years.
In the next 3 years. Like, thanks for buying. They're just thanking us in advance, bruh. It has to stop, bruh. We can't have it. What kind of team are we, bruh? Come on. What's his name? Check. Fuck, we didn't even start with the other guy, Benayoun. It's not even the first time we've been to Chelsea. Nonsense.
Yeah.
We've been there.
They took our player. Wait a minute. They took our player when he was at his prime. Ashley Cole.
Yeah.
Andy Cole, right?
Yeah.
They took Andy Cole. And what have we taken out of Chelsea? Like one player that was playing at their prime. Who? No
one, bro. No one.
I think the best player we got was Peter Cech, and that's so sad. Just imagine saying that.
And Cech gave us one decent season, and the rest was dire.
Let's give Kish the time to sign out.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Thanks, guys. Thanks for coming back, and we're back again. So appreciate you guys joining on this sad occasion. We got 2 weeks to. We got 2 weeks.
No. Behind me. Next game.
You have to go to Brazenhead. It hurts so much. You have to go to other
party time, bruh. I'm telling you, it's a turning point. Party is the beginning of a new Arsenal. We had a blimp, but trust the process. I'm riding with party until the wheel falls off. I'm going to the after party.
What?
Guys, I gotta go.
Nicely said. But it's Khumo and Thlogi. It's me, Kish. It's Gunacast SA. We out.
Yo, peace out.
Thanks, guys.